What it do, family? Yo, 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 you already know, man. It's Nature Water Fishing. You know we gotta do it like this every single time. All right, y'all. So we is back in the back of the garden today, y'all. And y'all remember the last episode when we was back here, man. We bricked up this whole bed, man. We bricked up this whole bed. We closed it in. We tilled it and everything. And it's looking nice, neat, and complete. But we still not done just yet. Today, y'all, we actually gonna be putting some cow manure, some compost, you know what I'm saying, inside the bed. So once we put the compost in it, we're gonna till it up so then we can aerate it a little bit so the plants can be able to breathe. So that's all we really gonna be doing today is really composting the dirt, you know what I'm saying, blending it up, and then we're gonna be making some watermelon mounds so it can be easier for the watermelons to grow in. So we're gonna make some like mountains with the dirt. So we're gonna go ahead, you know what I'm saying, dump this cow manure in, and then we're gonna start blending this thing in so we can start aerating that soil, and then we're gonna start making our watermelon mounds. Our watermelons is actually ready to come outside, so we need to hurry up and get this bed done so we can go ahead and bring them on. So let's go ahead and get the dumping. All right, baby, let's get the dumping. All right, y'all, so this would actually be my first time using this brand, you know what I'm saying, the cow manure. Usually I actually use like black cow, but you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to be on the budget friendly side, so we're gonna use the $2 cow manure. So I bought this from Walmart. It was like $2 and like 95 cents. Ain't that bad. I think the black cow like $5, almost $6. So you know what I'm saying, I'm just cutting the cost a little bit. So let's go ahead, you know what I'm saying, start dumping this out. It's already actually open because last time when I was bringing all the manure over, I kind of teared the bag. So go ahead, drop that in there. This manure look moldy. Man. It look nasty. So let's go ahead, drop that right there. And then we're gonna go ahead and pop this other bag open. We're gonna drop all of this in, and then we're gonna blend it. Here we go. Bet. All right, so we got that over there. And then we got some over there. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna spread it out. Let's go ahead and spread it out. Let me get my little rake. Yeah, some of this boo-boo moldy, or manure moldy. So let's go ahead, you know what I'm saying, spread it out nice and even. So we can make sure the manure is everywhere. Yes, sir. Make sure it get everywhere. Sometimes you're gonna have to break up some of these chunks and stuff back here. It's all good. Break up real easy. All right. Bet. All right, so now we got that thing all broken up. Let me show y'all how we looking. You know what I'm saying? With it spreading out. So, you know what I'm saying? Now that we got it spread it out, we gonna go ahead, blend that thing up. But this how we looking, man. Hold on. This how we looking. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? You want to spread it out just like that. Just like that. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and till that thing up so we can aerate it, you know what I'm saying, get some air going on in there, you know what I'm saying, so that thing could be nice and fluffy. So let's go ahead, you know what I'm saying, get that tiller and get the blending that thing up. Yes, sir. Let's get the blending. All right, y'all, so this is my favorite part, man. Let's get this thing blended up, y'all. So first you wanna make sure your tiller on. There we go. It's on. And then now you want to make sure you got the glasses on because you don't want no kickback. You feel me? The dirt be kicking back. You don't know how to act when it get in your eye. You know what I'm saying? You start, you know what I'm saying? I don't got time for all that. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to use the safety glasses. Now we got everything spread it out. You know what I'm saying? Nice and neat. Now we're going to go ahead and blend this baby up. So let's get the blending. God damn, that thing could really make you put in some work. But all right, y'all, we all done. And look how this thing looking, y'all. Yes, sir, nice and fluff. Look at that. Nice and fluff. So what we about to do now, y'all, we about to make us some mounds. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how many mounds we gonna make. I was thinking about making about 8, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if we're gonna be able to make 8, but we're gonna try. But look, y'all, they're nice and fluffy. So let's go ahead and get our shovel and start making our mounds. But yeah, y'all, this thing looking good. Yes, sir. All right, y'all, let's make our mounds. So what you wanna do is, you wanna either get you like 2 pieces of sticks like this, you know what I'm saying, that's even. And then you wanna get to a stick and put it like right here on each side. So basically you put one like right here, and then I'm gonna get my shovel. I'm gonna move most of this dirt in the inside, right here. So it's basically like you making like a mini mountain, you know what I'm saying, with the dirt. So then you wanna get your other piece and put it like right here, you know what I'm saying? And so what you wanna do is make your little mountain, but you wanna make sure it's even, you know what I'm saying? So make your little mountain. So basically, you just gonna pile of dirt on top of each other. Something like that. Bam. 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 Hold up. You see how that thing looking? You know what I'm saying? You wanna pat it just a little bit, not that much. So you can keep the frame in the shape. Then you wanna just keep on stacking the dirt on top. Bam. 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 And make sure it stay together. Go ahead and pat it down. I'm gonna probably get a little bit more, put like right here. And so this gonna help your watermelons grow real good, you know what I'm saying? That mound, so they could go ahead and take off. Yes, sir. Just like that. Now, I'm gonna move some of this dirt from around the stick, but then we're gonna have to do another one. But see, we're gonna leave a little gap, you know what I'm saying? So it could be enough room. Let's go ahead and move this dirt over. Just like that. And then we're gonna move these 2 pieces over just a little bit, but we wanna make sure we got at least this much of a gap, you know what I'm saying? So when it rains and stuff, it's gonna be like a pond, like a little river at the bottom of the mound. So if your watermelons need to drink up, you know what I'm saying, they could drink from the water that's gonna be sitting right here. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure this all pushed together, nice and tight, and then we're gonna go ahead and move it. Look at that. Nice, good old mound. And if you wanna make it look a little better, you just go ahead and take the dirt that's on the edges and just throw it right on top. Go right on top, just like that. Now look at that mound. Yes, sir. Now we're gonna have to make a couple of these jumps. So we got one, we're gonna have to make like 2, probably 6 of them probably could fit in here. So let's go ahead and finish making these mounds and get them watermelons run down. All right, y'all, so we all done. The only thing we gotta do is remove these mounds. Bam. Go ahead and take this one up. And bam. And look how that thing looking. Hold up, let me back up a little bit. And look how that thing looking. Yes, sir. Look at that. So I end up not making 8. I end up making 6. I could have made 8, but I end up making all these other mounds way too big. I try to, you know what I'm saying, squeeze a little bit of more in. I try to squeeze a little more in, but it didn't work. So I end up just making 2 more down here. But yeah, y'all, this how I be looking with our mound. So I'm gonna clean, you know what I'm saying, the inside of the gaps up and just go ahead, throw the rest of the dirt on top of the rest of the mounds. And then, yeah, y'all, this how we gonna be looking. So this is very helpful for your melons when you're trying to grow watermelons. It keep that moisture locked in, you know what I'm saying? So you could have a little river between, you know what I'm saying, your melons. So when it rain, the water could, you know what I'm saying, sit right here. And then if the melons, you know what I'm saying, want feed, they could go ahead and feed. That's what I'm trying to create right here. But this how we looking, y'all. Our melon mound. So now all we gotta do is spray them down. I got my little spray bottle right here, spray them down so they can keep this form, you know what I'm saying? Cause you know, when it start raining and you know, the elements start, you know what I'm saying, working there, it start breaking down. So what we're gonna do to keep its form, we're gonna go ahead and spray it down with some water, you know what I'm saying? So it could be locked in like that. But yeah, y'all, this how we looking, man. So let's go ahead and spray it down with some water so we can keep them frames locked in. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and spray them babies down so we can keep them frames locked in. So all I'm gonna do is get this on a couple pumps, just like that. Go ahead, spray it down. Spray it down right on top of the mound so we can keep them frames locked in. We're gonna have to get the size too. You know what I'm saying? And this gonna help keep the frame because, you know what I'm saying, this is clay soil. So clay like to be compacted. But even though it's aerated because I tilled it, you know what I'm saying, it will compact if you spray it, you know what I'm saying, with some water or something. So let's go ahead and spray it on the sides so we get them sides locked in. You know what I'm saying? Don't need a lot of water. So I just start this one. And then this help it make it look nice and neat. Yes, sir. Help it look nice and neat when you spray it down. Because watch how it look once I'm done spraying it down. Get them sides. That's how you make your mound, man. So then this junk gonna stay good for the rest of the growing season. Probably could be able to grow some pumpkins in this junk too. Cause we definitely try and grow some pumpkins this year. So go ahead and spray the sides up so you keep that frame going. Yes, sir. And I'm gonna hit these jumps every day so them things could stay framed up. I probably plant the watermelons probably Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Cause I wanna make sure this thing nice and framed up, and then I'm gonna clean up the sides so it could look nice and neat. But other than that, this don't looking good, y'all. Yes, sir. Get them sides. Get these sides right here so it won't fall down. So say if like the wind blow, or say if like my daughter back here throwing rocks or something, if like a rock hit the mound, it won't break down. You know what I'm saying? Because we got it locked in with this water. It's gonna help keep the frame. You wanna make sure you get each side. You're gonna have to come back with some water. It's already 6 o'clock, so I was gonna come back a little later on. I might still after this, you know what I'm saying, after we wrap this video up, so we can keep these things nice and locked in. But yeah, you wanna keep on coming back and spraying it down so it can stay in this form. Yes, sir. Thing looking good. But we definitely still gotta clean up these little gaps because some of the dirt falling. But it's all good. We'll get these sides up. Yes, sir. There we go. And that's how you make you some watermelon mounds, man. Yes, sir. And we all done, man. And then let me give y'all a little close look. Bam. Yes, sir. Look at them Jones. And that's how you make you some watermelon mounds or some melon mounds, man. You could do this for your strawberries too, you know what I'm saying? So they could grow better. You know what I'm saying? You see how it look nice and neat after I sprayed it down? Now, that spray gonna help keep the form and the frame going, you know? But now all we do is gotta clean up the gaps a little bit, throw the rest of the dirt between the gaps on top of the mounds, and then spray it down again, pat it down and spray it down. And yeah, y'all, them gaps gonna be nice and neat after a while. And when the rain come or when we water, you know what I'm saying, we could either water from the mound or we could water from the gaps and the melons could still feed, you know? But yeah, y'all, this how we looking, man. Our watermelon mounds. So now we probably let it sit probably one more day, and it's gonna be time to plant our melons right away. Yes, sir. Uh-huh. Look at them things. Yes, sir. And that's how you make you some mounds, man. So this gonna be for our meliotos, you feel me? So we going crazy this year, man. I told y'all, we try and master this thing. So we gotta switch it up every year until we get it right, you feel me? So yeah, y'all, we finally done with our mounds. We gonna put the trellis back there, you know what I'm saying, soon. But I gotta get these melons out here so they can start kicking off. But yeah, y'all, we finally finished, you know what I'm saying, the in-ground raised garden bed for our melons, y'all. So all we do is gotta put our trellis up, you know what I'm saying? It's a couple more things that I wanna do, but it ain't, you know what I'm saying, too big. But yeah, y'all, it's how we looking with our mounds, man. But y'all already know, man, it's nature water fish. Y'all know we gotta do it like this every single year, every single time, you know what I'm saying? But it's how we looking, man, with our melons. So you know we gonna go crazy this year. But make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and that like button so y'all won't miss another video, man. I told y'all we going crazy with our melons, man. We got cantaloupes, we got watermelons, 3 different types of watermelons that we try and grow, man. Just stay tuned, man. Just stay tuned. But this how we looking with our mounds, man. Yes, sir. But I'm out.